Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Mike Boyd. This is my Monday Night Raw, July 26th, 2021 reaction video. I'll be honest here and say that I did not watch most of the show and I did not pay attention to most of the show because I am working on other projects, but I did also just want to give my input on a few things that I did notice while I was watching. This is not one of those, oh, like, look, if you're expecting some in-depth analysis, I'll say this every time, I'm not that guy. I'm not going to, unless some crazy stuff happens, I'm not really going to go all deep into it. I'm literally just going to talk about what happened on the show and how I felt about it, and that's pretty much it. If you're looking for like a match review or anything like that, can't give it to you. All right, so we kicked this show off with championship celebration for Nikki A.S.H. She cut a promo, pretty much just telling everyone like, "Hey, you can do it! Yay, ultimate superhero! I'm champion! Woo!" Charlotte Flair comes out, talks about how Nikki does not deserve to be representing the company. Rhea Ripley comes out. Everyone starts bickering, and then next you know, Adam Pearce, Sonya Deville make a match for SummerSlam triple threat match between Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Nikki A.S.H. for the Raw Women's Championship. Whatever. Damian Priest defeats Sheamus. I'll say this, did not see most of this match. I think I was walking by my TV and I saw Sheamus' mask come off, if I'm correct. Don't know. I'll say this, I'm interested to see how far Damian Priest can go on the main roster without Bad Bunny. And no, that's not a joke at all. I just want to see how far he can go without Bad Bunny. Like, I want to see how people react to him. Because look, I'll keep it real. Bad Bunny was a pleasant surprise. I was shocked to see how good he was, or how good how well he did, based on someone with limited experience in the ring. He was really entertaining, but he kind of overshadowed Damian Priest, and I want to see him in his own light and see what he does. We got AJ Styles and Omos versus the Viking Raiders for the Raw Tag Titles. I will say that I am enjoying this pairing. I'm enjoying this pairing every week. More and more, I'm enjoying it. At first, wasn't really sold on Omos, but sometimes you do have to let things develop, and I can see, like, they work very well together. AJ Styles is AJ Styles. He is, like, he's not called the phenomenal one for no reason. And because, like, it's like this, right? On one hand, I love watching AJ Styles wrestle, so I get to watch AJ wrestle. On the other hand, WWE gets to showcase Omos as a monster in the ring, and it just it just works out. It just works out. I am interested to see who is going to take the titles from them and how that's going to go about. But until then, they're just going to keep doing this, which is great stuff. We had Veer versus Drew McIntyre. Drew ended up winning by disqualification after Jinder slips him a chair, and Veer's holding the chair and then gets hit with a claymore, and somehow that makes Drew McIntyre the winner by disqualification. Makes no sense at all. Like, no sense. How, like, I was confused watching it. I had no idea what was happening. But I did look up and I saw, okay, he kicked him in the face with a chair. Here's your winner by disqualification, Drew McIntyre? Like, what? That makes no sense at all. Because that's not, I mean, the referee could have called a no contest. The referee could have, I think I've seen in some cases where they just didn't call anything. Just because Drew's not really using the chair. And if anyone did use the chair to their advantage, technically, it was Drew. But it is what it is. We had Dewdrop and Ava Marie versus Natalya and Tamina. I will say that they're doing this thing now where I guess every non-title match is a excuse me. It's 1:49 in the morning and I'm tired as hell. They're doing this thing now where it's non-title matches are considered contender matches, and I'm going to get to my feelings about non-title matches in a second. Actually, I'll get to it now. I don't like watching, I said this last week, I believe, too. I'll keep saying this. I do not like the fact that you have champions defending their titles or champions fighting, wrestling potential challengers before they actually wrestle them for the title. I don't like that, especially today's day and age. Like, at one point, it's like, all right, John Cena's very first match was against Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle beat him. All right, that's it. They end up wrestling way in the future. And it's like, okay, but like, it's Cena had time to do other things, fight other people. Then it's like, okay, well, I remember that time that I beat you, but it's like, yo, I'm not that same John Cena anymore. Like, I'm not sure that's the best example, but it's just like, I'll say the last time that I saw a really good build-up between teams or between anyone was the Wyatt family and the Shield. And when the, rest in peace, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan were the Bludgeon Brothers on SmackDown. And they were challenging, I believe, the New Day for the tag titles. The Bludgeon Brothers, all they did was squash enhancement talent, squash lower card guys, and they were scary. They were, monsters, and they were believable, credible tag team, but they weren't associated at all with what was happening in the tag team picture until, after they had some wins under their belt. It wasn't like, oh, they beat the tag team champions, and then it's like, all right, if I watch the champion lose on TV, in my mind, I'm like, okay, when I go to watch SummerSlam or Night of Champions or WrestleMania, it's like, I already saw the champion lose. So how am I supposed to believe that, the champion's not going to lose again? I saw the match already for free. I don't care if it was a roll-up. And they like to do that. It was like, oh, it was a roll-up or they got lucky. And like, no, they wrestled for 20 minutes and then it was a roll-up. Like, what are you trying to sell us here? But anyway, I just don't like that. I like when, when you're building people up, squash enhancement talent, and then when it comes time to actually fight the champion or have a feud with someone else, it's fresh, it's new, and because they have too many guys that should not be getting beat. Whether it's a champion, whether it's a big star, whether it's a new star, it's just too many guys who shouldn't be getting beat. All right, so I'm gonna move on here. Keith Lee versus Karrion Kross. Talked about it last week. Karrion Kross I don't think he should have lost to Jeff Hardy last week. Keith Lee, I don't think he should have been fighting Bobby Lashley at all last week. And the match itself, I mean, could it have been better? Of course, sure. But for Monday Night Raw standards, I guess it was pretty decent. And I'll say this, when Karrion Kross had Keith Lee in the submission hold, I really thought that Keith Lee was about to, break free, power out, but he didn't. I thought he was, but he didn't. And at one point I was like, all right, he's going to pass out, And typically when you pass out from a submission hold, that's your saving grace. So that, because tapping out is embarrassing. Not a lot of guys tap out. If you look and pay attention, you'll see a lot of guys like a Triple H or John Cena, Stone Cold, they don't always tap out. Sometimes they just lose consciousness. And that's just to protect them, their character, and also to still allow the other person to get a win. But, Keith tapped out. And I just don't understand why these guys are fighting each other. I don't understand why these guys are. I don't understand why. I wouldn't have been. It doesn't make sense to have either one of them lose. So why are they fighting each other? Unless it's going to end in no contest or something like that, but it just makes no sense. Now I will say Keith Lee did make a statement and said that he will let everyone know in the next few weeks about what has been going on with him. Because a lot of people have been speculating for a lot of different things, why he's been off TV for the last 6-7 months. What has been going on? There's been a lot of reports. Was it health? Was it? I know there was a story going around that Vince ordered all the bigger guys to go down to the performance center and work on their I guess it was big man drills or something like that. Was there an issue with his weight? Was it COVID? We don't know. Was it mental health? We don't know. But hopefully. And I'll be honest, he doesn't need to he doesn't owe us an explanation. But if he feels as if he needs to, that is 100% his choice. All right, so we got Mansoor and Mustafa Ali versus Mason T-Bar. I missed this match. I wasn't paying attention. I did see Mason T-Bar come out, but I did not watch the actual match. And let me see. All right, so Mansoor and Ali did win. All right, so there is a storyline. From what I understand, there's a storyline between Mansoor, who's a new guy, and Mustafa Ali, who's trying to teach him some things and to make. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Like I said, I did not watch most of the show, but this seems to be the gist of what I've gotten is that he's just trying to take him under his wing, make sure that he's not out there doing stupid stuff. But Mansoor is the rookie, and Ali is the vet, and so it will be interesting to see how that storyline progresses. And why is Mason T-Bar still a thing? I thought Retribution was done. I thought when they were done, they would just go back to their regular names. But I guess not. whatever. We had Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander versus Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley pretty much was like an MVP. We're like, we're not even going to acknowledge, Goldberg. And Cedric Alexander came out, started, crying about being kicked out the Hurt Business. Why, Bobby, why? Shelton Benjamin came out and was like, I want a piece of Bobby Lashley. And then MVP's like, nah. And Bobby Lashley was like, I'll fight them both. And then Bobby destroyed them both. And then did the Roman Reigns stack pin. And then, he did the spear, the jackhammer. I guess sent a message to Goldberg. And Bobby looks strong. And I think it's, WWE, but although they should not have broken up the Hurt Business, just because I feel like Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander needed that, and they haven't really done much since that. But Bobby looked great. And we all know how this goes. You're going to make that guy look strong, and then you fatten the pig up, and then you just send him off to get slaughtered by Bill Goldberg. Got Riddle and John Morrison. One-on-one. I'll say the one moment that I thought was hilarious was Matt Riddle kicking The Miz out of the wheelchair. Hilarious. Be interested to see, because look, AJ Styles and Omos came out at the end of the match and beat down Matt Riddle. Be interested to see if Randy Orton makes a return to help Matt Riddle against Omos and AJ Styles. We'll be very interested to see. There's something else I'm forgetting. 24/7 Championship. R-Truth challenging Reginald. I actually did watch this, and I'll say this. I was actually entertained by it. R-Truth had the mic, on his, the little mic on him, and R-Truth is entertaining. R-Truth is funny. Say what you want about the 24/7 Championship, say what you want about him, but R-Truth has been doing this for a long, long time. I remember watching him getting rowdy with the Road Dogs, K-Quick, and just to see him now, like, this dude is gold. But Reginald was like doing all these crazy flips. Like, even when he came in the ring, I was like, bruh, like, was he on the Sin Cara trampoline? Like, dude was like, I was like, listen. And then after the match, when everyone came down to try to take the title from him, when he just ran past them and just flipped outside of the ring, I was like, yo, what? Like, crazy athleticism to one, because look, I would have fell. I would have broke my ankles, broke my face. I would have fell on Monday Night Raw. That shit would have been embarrassing. Listen, even if he would have fell or stumbled or tripped a little bit, I still would have gave him props, because you literally flipped out of the ring and landed on your feet. On your feet. How many times do we see guys could barely, you see some people can't even go through the ropes. You see accidents happen, guys on the outside doing, doing over the top rope dives. You obviously got to get caught by someone to break the fall. Reginald, amazing. I'm gonna keep it real. I cannot wait to see his next defense. Just the way that no offense at all. This guy was flipping listen, I can't wait to see his next defense. And honestly, I can't wait to actually see him actually wrestle. I cannot wait to see him, and I hope this does happen for him in the next year or so, to see him in an actual position to actually be somewhat of an importance, on the card, challenging for a mid-card title. I would love to see it. Dude has crazy athleticism. I would love to see it. And then her main event, we had Nikki A.S.H versus Charlotte Flair. Non-title match, of course. Charlotte ended up winning after countering a crossbody. So she took the crossbody and then flipped over and pinned Nikki Cross. 1, 2, 3. The end. Nikki seems sad, and I forgot that it was a non-title match. Like, I actually felt like, oh, she lost the title. Nikki was upset. Post-match interview, Charlotte was just like, yo, like, how did you really think this is going to end? Like, you really thought that you were going to beat me? And then she beat her down and was like, took her out to the side of the ring, and some fan had a Nikki A.S.H sign, and she was like, "You're an inspiration." And I was just like, yo, this is great. Now, Nikki did challenge her to a rematch for next week. Now, I know we're sick of rematches, but I'll say this. When's SummerSlam? The 20th? If Nikki Cross or Nikki A.S.H actually fights Charlotte Flair almost every week until SummerSlam, or fights Rhea Ripley every week until SummerSlam and loses every single time, I can see her winning at SummerSlam. I can see her, because it actually made me care about her. I felt bad. I was like, oh shit. They just whooped, like, she's whooping her ass. She's belittling her. And this is the Raw Women's Champion. The Raw Women's Champion is the underdog here. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I was like, I actually felt bad. And of course, Charlotte's great because she's mentioning the fact that, look, almost a superstar. Like, you're not, like, Charlotte is letting everyone know that there's no one in her league, and she is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. If there is anyone on the roster right now as a heel that is anywhere close to Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair. And if Charlotte Flair ever got the freedom to really do and dig in and do what Roman's doing, or something, not saying she needs to do what Roman's doing, but just, to do more, to take it to the next level, I'm in. Take my money. I'm in. But overall, I'll say this: Raw is Raw. It is what it is. Not necessarily. Look, let's keep it real. If Roman Reigns ain't on the show, I ain't trying to watch it. All right, I only watch this just so I know what the hell's going on. But let's keep it real. We know what we want to see, and we want to see Roman Reigns on SmackDown. I care about SmackDown. I don't give a fuck about Monday Night Raw. And I know y'all feel the same way too, probably. But listen, let me know what you thought about the show. I'll try next week to actually watch the show or pay attention to it, so I have more of a reaction for you. Also, apparently Jeff Hardy has COVID. I hope he recovers. Wish him well. Everyone out there, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Check in on your family members. And just treat each other kindly. That's it.